Welcome back. I am uploading these two last videos. We just have a flight from Amsterdam in Europe, Amsterdam to Arbil, 3,500 kilometers, but there was no flight to Tehran, no flight yet to Copenhagen. I think we just have to take just the first flight away from here. I think probably that's many hours delay everything. It's just a big delay. I think that's super hot. That's like 40 degrees hot, so that's super hot in airports. No, that's no flight to Tehran. That's like 1 hour ago, and this flight, but they are not cancelled. And there's another flight for Baghdad. I think we just need to take a flight to Beirut by Baghdad or Tehran or Copenhagen just to leave. But that was interesting to be there in Erbil, and actually there's flight connection to Copenhagen. And I'm living 15 kilometers north, so sometimes it depends how the wind is. They are flying across here. So I actually have tried to follow an emergency flight from Chile in South America. More than 2 years ago, this coronavirus, they had some Danish and Swedish from Chile to Copenhagen. I saw the flight on the sky, but I took not my camcorder out and record. Maybe I should have done that. That's because I did not like to record in front of my building. I normally don't do that. I not stand and record in my backyard or in front of my front door and building. But I could have record and then put it public later when I have moved away or something. I could have just record. No, Erbil, I know about the Kurdistan and the Kurdish people. They like to have their own country. Kurdistan, they're fighting against the Turkish. I know a little bit about the PKK and the Kurdistan females fighters, and they was fighting against the Islamic states. But I don't like to talk all about that now because I'm tired and I just like to fly away from here. I don't like to talk about all this war and Islamic State and Middle East and all this problem there. I just like to travel and fly. I'm soon age 60. I did not have a good life, so I hope I can get few years soon when I have lowered my debts. I could eat some good food and maybe meet a good woman. And travel a little bit and then get some good food and try to enjoy my life somehow. But I need some money to do that. You cannot really travel around without money. Yes, you could do that in your own country. But I don't have a driver license. I don't have a car. I cannot. How should I get around on bicycle? I'm soon age 60. I'm too old to just bicycle around with a tent. I will need to sleep on a bed in the night. But then I maybe have to do that. I have to travel with a tent and backpack on a bicycle. But I cannot go to Erbil on a bicycle. And the tent and sleeping bag. But probably the food is very cheap when you from my country Denmark, the food will be super cheap. But there's always the housing. The housing is always expensive. So I don't know what happened. But the program is not crashed. There's just not much going on here. Paris, Dubai, but I fly down here all the way to Dubai and Doha. They are flying down north to the United Arab Emirates and Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Doha, Bahrain, and Kuwait City. Basra is down here somewhere. Basra is here. This is why I didn't know it was here. You have some swamp. They call it swamp Arabs. I have some living in a swamp like that. Swamp Arabs. There, that's swamp. They call it swamp Arabs. They're living on the swamps. So we have a lot of traffic going through here from Europe and United States to United Arab Emirates, Doha, and all the stuff down there. Like there, Paris, Dubai, Budapest, Belgrade, Doha, Baghdad, Istanbul, Oslo, Doha, Doha. Yes, but they're not flying into Ukraine, they're flying this way. They have to fly around this way, not crossing. They're not flying through Ukraine. Yes, I think just have to take a flight away from here. So the map is not crashed, that's still working, but not much happening here. We have few arrivals. But I like to have my view like this, and I think we could continue reading this Tehran. But I don't know, I'll just take a flight, the next flight that's leaving. No matter where it is, because I'm waiting many hours, Tehran. Let's just continue.
6 kilometer 21,393,060.8 /kilometer 2 Tehran 21.png. District 22. Manteiki Bisto Dal Tehran County 454.0 kilometer 2,138,902,573.5 /kilometer 2 Tehran 22.png. Tehran and Mount Tarkal in the winter of 2006. Tehran and Mount Tarkal in the winter of 2006. Ilay, an upper-class residential and commercial district in northern Tehran. Ilay, an upper-class residential and commercial district in northern Tehran. Ekshiri, an old residential area in northern Tehran. Ekshiri, an old residential area in northern Tehran. Hormozgan Street in Karg Town, northwestern Tehran. Hormozgan Street in Karg Town, northwestern Tehran. Bucharest Street in Abbasabad, north-central Tehran. Bucharest Street in Abbasabad, north-central Tehran. Northern Tehran is the wealthiest part of the city, 31, consisting of various districts such as Zafrani, Jordan, Ilay, Pasdaran Kamrani, Ajadani, Farmani, Daras, Kitari, and Karg Town. 32, 33, while the center of the city houses government ministries and headquarters, commercial centers are more located further north. Climate. Urban sustainability analysis of the metropolitan area of Tehran, using the Circles of Sustainability method of the UN Global Compact Cities Program. Tehran has a cold semi-arid climate, Köppen climate classification, BSK, with continental climate characteristics and a Mediterranean climate precipitation pattern. Tehran's climate is largely defined by its geographic location, with the towering Elbrus Mountains to its north and the country's central desert to the south. It can be generally described as mild in spring and autumn, hot and dry in summer, and cold and wet in winter. Melot Park in autumn. As the city has a large area, with significant differences in elevation among various districts, the weather is often cooler in the hilly north than in the flat southern part of Tehran. For instance, the 17.3 kilometers, 10.7 mi, Valyaz Street runs from Tehran's railway station at 1,117 m, 3,665 feet, elevation above sea level in the south of the city, to Tajrish Square at 1,712.6 m, 5,612.3 feet, elevation above sea level in the north. 34, however, the elevation can even rise up to 2,000 m, 6,600 feet, at the end of Valenjak in northern Tehran. Summer is long, hot, and dry with little rain, but relative humidity is generally low, making the heat tolerable. Average high temperatures are between 32 and 37 degrees Celsius, 90 and 99 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can occasionally drop to 14 degrees Celsius, 57 degrees Fahrenheit, in the mountainous north of the city at night. Most of the light annual precipitation occurs from late autumn to mid-spring, but no one month is particularly wet. The hottest month is July, with a mean minimum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius, 79 degrees Fahrenheit, and a mean maximum temperature of 34 degrees Celsius, 93 degrees Fahrenheit, and the coldest is January, with a mean minimum temperature of 5 degrees C, 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and a mean maximum temperature of 1 degree Celsius, 34 degrees Fahrenheit. 35. The weather of Tehran can sometimes be unpredictably harsh. The record high temperature is 43 degrees Celsius, 109 degrees Fahrenheit, and the record low is 20 degrees C, 4 degree F. On January the 5th and 6th, 2008, a wave of heavy snow and low temperatures covered the city in a thick layer of snow and ice, forcing the Council of Ministers to officially declare a state of emergency and close down the capital from January 6 through January 7. 36. Tehran has seen an increase in relative humidity and annual precipitation since the beginning of the 21st century. These are most likely afforestation projects, which include expanding parks and lakes. The northern parts of Tehran are, still, lusher than the southern parts. Climate data for Tehran Shimel, north of Tehran, altitude 1,548.2 m from 1988 2005 month Jan February March April May June July August C October November December year record high degree C, degree F, 16.4, 61.5, 19.0, 66.2, 23.8, 74.8, 33.6, 92.5, 33.6, 92.5, 37.8, 100.0, 39.8, 103.6, 39.4, 102.9, 35.6, 96.1, 31.2, 88.2, 23.0, 73.4, 19.0, 66.2, 39.8, 103.6, average high degree C, degree F, 6.1, 43.0, 8.1, 46.6, 12.9, 55.2, 19.8, 67.6, 25.0, 77.0, 31.2, 88.2, 33.9, 93.0, 33.5, 92.3, 29.3, 84.7, 22.4, 72.3, 14.3, 57.7, 8.6, 47.5, 20.4, 68.8, daily mean degree C, degree F, 2.3, 36.1, 4.4, 39.9, 9.2, 48.6, 14.9, 58.8, 19.8, 67.6, 25.6, 78.1, 28.5, 83.3, 27.6, 81.7, 23.4, 74.1, 17.2, 63.0, 9.9, 49.8, 4.8, 40.6, 15.6, 60.1, average low degree C, degree F, 1.5, 29.3, 0.2, 31.6, 4.0, 39.2, 9.8, 49.6, 14, 57, 19.6, 67.3, 22.6, 72.7, 21.9, 71.4, 17.5, 63.5, 11.6, 52.9, 5.4, 41.7, 1.0, 33.8, 10.5, 50.8, record low degree C, degree F, 11.4, 11.5, 11.0, 12.2, 8.0, 17.6, 1.6, 29.1, 3.0, 37.4, 12.0, 53.6, 15.4, 59.7, 13.5, 56.3, 8.8, 47.8, 2.6, 36.7, 5.2, 22.6, 9.6, 14.7, 11.4, 11.5, average precipitation millimeter, inches, 63.1, 2.48, 66.5, 2.62, 83.3, 3.28, 50.1, 1.97, 27.1, 1.07, 4.0, 0.16, 4.2, 0.17, 3.2, 0.13, 3.4, 0.13, 16.5, 0.65, 41.3, 1.63, 66.3, 2.61, 429, 16.9, Average rainy days 12.310.912.310.08.93.41.61.35.88.610.789.1 Average snowy days